One thing to connect through. There's not a counter peek from Dennis. I thought surely he would try and do so.
This guy
just absolutely tears them apart.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are now into the pistol round here. We can see people over at A making a slow execute, little delay explode onto the A site. When I say we're in the pistol round, we are in it. Being pressured at CT spawn, going to go down. Zend is able to get one more, so that remains a 3-on-3 in the post plant. DenDD going for the retake. They were the map 1 winners. Very, very close there on Cash. And, oh, Maxi from behind default and under shadow. Great setup from Publiclir, and they will take away this pistol round.
Yeah, great way to start with 4K. Well, Maxi, after you say the first map going the way of DenDD, it was a very close map, though. 16-14 in the end. Could have gone either way. Craziness with anti-ecos and 4 spies and everything thrown in for good measure. And 3 Mac-10s right off the bat here for Publiclir. So hyper-aggressive play in mind. Scout for Robin, everyone else with pistols and Kevlar. And that scout is going to be running into B-App. So look at this from Publiclir. They could be walking right into this one. Robin could be in the money right here. Let's see how he pulls it off.
Oh,
the curse is real.
The switch back to him as the body hits the floor. Badoop. All right, jumping through the fire. Why not? He'll bring down Sipe, the Deagles, and some other P250s in the mix for DenDD. Unable to get anything done. It looks like they're going to save and try to have another go with the 3 pistol and armor setups that they have.
Looks like DenDD maybe going to be able to get some damage done with the pistols. 2 kills have been picked up, and now Benji with the Deagle all by himself, forever alone. I'm going to try and save this one. Be a pretty decent weapon to save with the Kevlar behind it. It gives him a chance to get those 1-taps in effect next round. But he does have a very angry face coming his way right here, and he's not able to land the Deagle. Pretty quick reaction speed to dodge out the way of that flashbang initially, but Publiclir make it count 2-0.
Yeah, it bounced a little far. I thought he was just straight up screwed when I saw that flash come in. And I guess ultimately he was. But like you said, quick reactions to turn and dodge it, but unable to save anything he had. He had, what, 1550? That was how much money was on him in equipment. So, while not re-spending any of that into this round, it'll be more or less a full eco Robin. And actually, are those P2Ks or P250s? I'm struggling right now. I think they're P250s. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're called P250s, yeah. But they're getting taken down anyway, so. Robin, who was the hero for DenDD in the first map, has met his demise. At least get a kill before he fell low. There you go, Publiclir with a very clear-cut 3-0 lead. Here comes a bite, though, from DenDD. How many of these SMGs will they end up keeping? Typically, they've just kept on to all of them. So I don't see that changing anytime soon. But Quicks has just switched out from his Mac-10. HS is going to keep his UMP, though. And now DenDD without an AWP, when trying to hold it down.
All right, so going into the first rifle now. DenDD, at least they've all got smokes. Decent amount of flashes to counter flash, which is looking like it's going to be another A execute setup for Publiclir. Actually sending the bulk of the forces into Palace, where they will be smoked off. So giving up a lot of map control for this, but onto the first rifle round, you kind of got to expect that DenDD are not going to want to do anything too crazy. So you can expect them to be pretty passive. No one's making a play or taking any map control for free, realizing what is about to happen. And here Publiclir goes. So will they find the entry? Oh yeah, they will find Sip. I thought he was maybe going to be able to fight back and get one more, but he falls with nothing. Nades going over to jungle, pushing DenDD back. Fire everywhere for Zenda. He is able to cross back into the window. And now taking the fight to CT spawn. That's going to be Fets trying to peek in and get aggressive. And he throws out a nice little flash. Smoke went down as well. That's a weird place to see us smoking around like this. Fates is going to go ahead and push through it, finding one nearly a second as, that's, God, who is that? Is that Benji? Yes.
Yeah, Benji. The way I've figured this out is Berg is the caterpillar eyebrow dude.
Yeah, I gotta, and, you know, Grand Theft Auto 4 is Benji.
Speaking of caterpillar eyebrows, Berg just picks himself up a kill. But Publiclir, great start so far on the T side. Even if these weapons get saved, 4-0, you can ask for much more than that from a T's perspective. And DenDD struggling already. Oh my goodness. Zenda has picked himself up the kill, but does it matter that much? Not really. Publiclir can replenish those weapons, no problem. 2 players on over $10,000. So easy enough for Publiclir.
Yeah, 4-0 start for them on the T side. Absolutely fantastic. Going up against, though, another rifle round as DenDD were able to hold on to 3 rifles, actually. So enough to a rebuy. This round is actually a little bit stronger than the last one, even. As the bonus starts to build up and they save some of those guns. Fates will get the opener, but Zenda trades it. Still, that will favor Publiclir.
This is a map that DenDD have a very mixed bag on. Mirage, they have more losses than wins in the last 3 months on this map, including a narrow defeat against Mousesports, though. So they do have the ability to pick up some rounds here, but so far it's just been going so well for Publiclir, and it looks like it's going to be another one of those right here. And there's Maxi, who will bag himself the kill onto Zenda, taking it into 1 versus 1. Bomb gets planted in default position. And DenDD need this one. The spray's there from sight. The problem, though, for DenDD is that because they win this round, they've reset their unloss bonus, and they only take 1 weapon through.
Yeah, it's going to
So
be
their
tight.
economy's in really bad position right now, and Publiclir will know it.
That was actually a pretty cool round, though, overall. It was like textbook Counter-Strike. Publiclir was doing exactly what they needed to at every instance, right? They were always getting a trade. We went 5-on-5 to 4-on-4, 3-on-3, 2-on-2, 1-on-1, and then it's just unfortunate that, you know, bomb down, post-plant 1-on-1 isn't actually the best situation. The advantage kind of goes away if the CT is really close by. And unfortunately, Maxi strafes out and is spotted and killed. And what aggressive play coming out from DenDD, and it looks like it may just backfire. Dominating Fates up in middle, getting them, but Ridman, Sipe coming in for some more. And a little bit of nade damage onto Fets. DenDD, man advantage, 3 plays 2.
Pretty nuts to me that such an aggressive play comes out from DenDD through mid, and it doesn't just horribly go down the toilet, because you saw the positions from Publiclir in such good place to actually just lock that down. And now Maxi's been picked off from Zenda, so it puts all the pressure on Fates, who hasn't had the greatest of games so far. He's 6-2, so he's been definitely upping his game here on Mirage. And Zenda, assuming this was a fake to try and draw him out, comes in a bit too late. Down to 71 goes Fates. He's got himself an HE and a Molotov, and I've got to question why he wouldn't use some of that utility. I think he had full grenades there. He had 4 grenades, 2 flashes, a molly, and a HE. Doesn't use any of them, and just ends up getting picked off for free.
Using nades is too hard, Metuz.
I mean, I understand he might have been worried in case he gets caught with like a nade out, but like molly one side, HE the other, just throw a couple flashes and then try and relocate. Like, just try and play aggressively rather than peeking. I don't know. I guess in the heat at the moment, to have the clarity of the clarity of mind to do that, maybe asking a bit much.
So now Benji with his op looks like he will be taking it very, very quick into window here, and the smoke will go down, so trying to feign some mid presence. That's what Publiclir is up to, when in reality they are all poised once again, trying to go back to what was working early on, but that was still when they were going against DenDD, who didn't have very much to fight back with. Now getting situated into the rifles, Publiclir goes for another execute. Fates will find one immediately out, and then why are you running in with the bomb, Maxi? Sipe is still alive and under the porch, and it doesn't look like they'll pay for it too badly, as both Maxi and Fates have died, but it's still 3-on-1 with just Berg.
Indeed it is. This is going to hurt the CT so much. Because again, that previous round went down to 2 players. So they've consistently been losing weapons, even when they've been winning rounds. And he's looking for the exit frags, more than likely here. Berg, you can hear movement. First kill comes in. He's going to get traded back here from Dominate, who's going to be looking for this one. But Berg knows it. He's playing this really smart. I've got to say, nice headshot. Looks like he will be saving a weapon at the NT. He's actually dropped his weapons. This is so awkward.
Oh, God.
It's going to cost him his life.
Yeah, he was about to actually make Publiclir spend a lot more money there if he killed all of them, and he probably should have. But like you said, he dropped his gun and might as well have dropped his pants as well.
Watching that back on the stream, that looks so awkward. He's like, hold on a second, I don't have any weapons.
And speaking of weapons, it's actually not that costly, because Publiclir realizing what has happened, like, all right, they're going to be broke. Let's just go for the MAC-10 freaking explode. They're going to Molotov off. I really like that on these rushes. The terrorists just Molotov that upper walkway themselves and then jump out of the window just so you don't have to check the corner. It's pretty sick. And every single MAC-10 has found a kill right now.
Yeah, as you say, it wasn't that costly overall for Publicler. 6-2, DenDD. Do they even want to buy here?
Probably not.
I mean, they're in that corridor of uncertainty where they could buy and they're going to go for it, but...
I hate
guess,
that corridor.
Yeah, it is a real pain in the ass because you're like, do we or don't we? Because on the one hand, they're 6-2 behind, so it may very well sacrifice another round. 7-2. So I guess going for the earlier buy makes sense in the sense of alleviating pressure off yourself. But if you lose this, then you're looking at Publicler getting towards the double digits, like pretty convincingly. So this is a pressure cooker round, and Fate takes down Robin with a Mac 10.
Yeah, so Mac 10, $600, M4A4 for free, and the man advantage to boot for Publicler right now. It looks like Berg's gonna maybe try to make a play. He pushes up to the reading chair and lamp. Smoke will dissipate. He's holding a bit of an off angle. It doesn't look like he's gonna be pressured just yet. Quicks is doing the same thing on the other side in the kitchen. Trying to cook up something here with that Neon Rider. And they will slide over into him, so there you go. That'll even it up 4-4. Ridman with a nice pop flash coming in from a teammate. Goes into a ramp and brings down HS. And now Zenda. Oh, Ridman is still in the same place. Another flash coming in. He gets 2 more. Make it a triple kill for him. And DenDD, there you go.
There you go. They bet on themselves. I assume that they would be able to take it home, and they do indeed do just that. So credit to DenDD. Publicler, though, can bounce right back in with a buy. Not sure why it took them 10 seconds to buy this one. It was like an easy decision in the end. Maybe deciding between going for an AWP or not. It's going to be full AKs with full grenades. And it looks as though it's going to be a mid-centric play. 3 players here. The smoke's landing on mid. I think that's 1 in connector.
The pitter-patter of all those bullets being spammed through those smokes.
It's quite a relaxing noise.
It actually is.
Yeah, I quite like the noise.
As long as they're not hitting you.
Yeah. You can hear the bullets landing right next to short. And as Maxi takes significant damage, I think it was Robin that was tapping across from connector. And now it's on Berg. He's on the site by himself. They desperately needed to get at least 1 kill before falling down. They didn't get anything, and now they're about to get pushed from behind. It's going to be Dominate with 5 HP. He lines them up, and he knocks them down. And Publicler turn it back on again for 7-3, and DenDD's economy is toilet once more.
Yeah, it really is. And will the Mac 10s come back out? Fates has so much money, but they've got to know. They don't even care this time. They'll just more than likely take it passive with these AKs. Sometimes being so passive can get you into a bit of a rough spot. Like we saw, what was it, DenDD on Cash a couple rounds play very, very passive, but then not leave themselves with enough time to check corners and move out. But it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Publicler moving pretty quickly into the A site right now. And there was a bit of a force here from DenDD as well. So it's not only is it in the toilet, it has now been flushed down the toilet, Metuz.
It's now sewage.
Yeah.
It has gone down to sewage. Pretty much as bad as it gets. DenDD with that force buy. I guess they had to double eco, so that's kind of their mentality, but this is quickly getting away from them. We saw a ridiculous comeback earlier today in the first map between Hellraisers and Empire, but I'm not sure if DenDD have it within themselves to bring this back. And after losing the first map, Publicler bouncing back in the perfect way. Convincing victories here on Mirage, 8-3. And it should get a whole lot worse than that for DenDD, who are now into an eco.
Shout out to Madmen's in the Twitch chat, who's got the little turds spam. I like it. I want to type those. I don't even know. Where do people find this stuff? It's ridiculous. So the double eco now in full effect. Got a 5-7 in armor there on Berg. Did he buy that again, or did he save that? Oh, he bought it again. How much money does Berg have? Actually, quite a bit. Okay, that makes sense. Or
Yeah,
sorry,
Benji.
Like, that's Benji. It's not Caterpillar.
I think he was
Eyebrows.
on like 4.5k or something before this round started, so he was in pretty good shape. He's like the only hope, really, for DenDD to get anything done. USP on the hands of Sipe. Falls back to connector, bomb planted, and that will be round 12 going the way of Publicler. I just can't see how anything happens here other than just an all-out victory. I'm going to say to the Swedes, but of course both teams are full with Swedish players. There are some Estonians as well, I believe, on the side of DenDD.
Is that Fates?
Yeah, and HS as well, I think, is Estonian.
Oh, all right.
Well, at least that's what their flag says on H.TV. I'm not sure if they're actually Estonian.
Seems to be pretty accurate. And then Benji,
Benji
is Bosnia.
is Bosnian. Yeah.
And that other thing that starts with an H that I can't say. Thank you.
You're welcome. Zeus picked up for Quicks. Okay. You gotta get a Zeus kill if you buy it, Quicks. Come on, don't let us down.
Yeah, right? God, that gun's funny. Who was it? It was a Tarek, I think, that got 2 of them at the MLG offline qualifier. On their eco rounds, he would just buy them if he had more money. Which is kind of cool, right? You don't get any money, but if you can just get the kill, pick up the gun, and save, then it's still well worth it, of course.
They're just getting confirmed in the chat as well. They're Estonians. Cool.
Nice.
I assume they can speak Swedish, though, right?
I have
assume
no idea.
If anyone has that information, feel free to let us know.
Those languages aren't going to be similar at all, either.
I know Estonian and Finnish is very similar, but I know Finnish and
really?
Swedish is different in some ways, yeah.
Alright, so they may be more similar than I would have thought, but... 2-on-2 is what this round has boiled down to. As we discussed linguistics. 9-3 for Publiclir, already a very, very solid terrorist half for them, but DenDD with a chance for a retake and maybe a bit of a rebuttal. Perhaps get up to those 6 rounds. And at the end of the day, maybe it wouldn't be that bad, but the Law peeking out from Triple Box, immediately traded here from Berg. He's going in and finds Dominate, who has not Molotov off the bomb. Maybe forgot where it was planted or hoping it was going to go over. Either way, he's very surprised.
Yep, so round going to be picked up for Berg. People telling us they speak in English. Thank you.
I like
Sweet.
Finnish equal not close to anything and maybe gibberish.
The Finnish is... I try to learn Finnish, dude. That is insane. I know Estonian and Finnish is similar in some ways, like some words are the same or very, very similar. But the reason I said that Finnish and
They're good at
Swedish are similar
driving.
in some aspects is because I know a lot of Finnish people like learn Swedish and vice versa, right? I think so. With them being neighboring countries and all. Anyway, DenDD, do pick up a 4th round. So let's see where they can go from this. It's all well and good getting yourself another round on CT, but you almost put yourself into that nightmare scenario again if you lose this one. And this is effectively a 2-for-1 as far as I'm concerned. The Publiclir could be finishing the half at 11-4. DenDD do have an open the hands of Benji again. Oh, whoops. Awkward nade. There we go. Benji is going to open up his account. So, Joey, maybe there's a chance. Maybe there's a glimmer of hope here on the CT side.
Yeah, only opening it up with $100 though, as that's all the op will give you, but it may not matter. It's the kills that are more important right now in that man advantage. But there it goes. It was a fleeting man advantage. And another NA nade, NA molly, whatever you want to call it there, a mid. I don't think that's where he planned for that one to go. And Sipe actually playing aggressive at the A ramp. He's able to get one. And Robin coming through the ladder room, breaks that vent, finds a kill onto Quicks, who will no longer be able to have another avenue to work with into the A site. And I think HS may have just spotted the man at site. Certainly has spotted him now, but Sipe is able to fall back over to CT. So 3-on-2, DenDD advantage. They've given up A. They're all just poised, waiting patiently for the bomb to go down and then retake. At least it would appear.
Though. Far from ideal in this kind of scenario. Molotov in the hands of Benji. And here we go. The trades are going in the way of Publiclir. Let's go horribly wrong. All of that being said, look at the HP bars on both of Publiclir. Robin's been here before. He's got clutches from similar positions. First frag goes down. He must have a random guess idea where Fates is.
He saw his arm earlier.
Oh, but he actually walks round the corner. Fates plays it so ballsy, and he gets the round as a result. I don't think Robin was expecting him to actually get peaked there. Now, DenDD after force by in the final round, and Publiclir are looking good for that 11-4.
I think he saw the arm of Fates behind Triple Box when he was throwing out those smokes, and that's actually, like, maybe he knew they were low, so he sees that arm and he tried to get a spray down through the Triple Box. That gave his position away, and I thought he was just going to die pretty much immediately, but was still able to fight back a little bit longer. Although in the end he will fall, and it's Publiclir taking their 10th round, and Molotovs and nades all over middle, taking quick control even without the smokes, now running straight up Cat. It will be a pincer attack into B. Just one man coming up from the apartments. That'll be Quicks to find 2 quick kills, and now Zenda left 1 versus 4.
And that's going to be all Shiro. Publiclir take it 11-4 after a soul-destroying loss on cash. They have salvaged this map somewhat so far, but Can't really count DenDD out so far, I'd have to say. I mean, they could still easily bounce back in this map as long as they can win this pistol round. But if they lose the pistol, I think that's pretty much it. So, a lot of pressure put on this one.
Yeah, and it looks... I mean, it's looking likely like we go into a third. I mean, map 1, though, teams were fighting with each other pretty much tooth and nail the entire time. This one has been very, very dominant for Publiclir, but we did have a brief little discussion about the communication and what languages they are speaking over on Publiclir. I think all these players are offline right now, just so, you know, nothing bad happens to their internet connections. But I can ask Quicks, maybe not when we're live, but for the next time we cast them, exactly how communication is on the team. And I did see someone in Twitch chat say that HS can speak a little Swedish, but Fates doesn't speak any at all. So it is an interesting problem. I wonder how they deal with that. It was, what team was it? Was it, oh God, who was it that was playing the two people that spoke the same language on A, and then two people that spoke it different, but they each spoke it, played on B. It was someone that was at the major qualifier, but I can't quite remember who. It was either Hellraisers, Gambit, or YP. I'm pretty sure it was one of those teams. Because they all had, well, some of them had substitution issues.
They speak Chinese, mate, apparently. So there you go. They learn Chinese just to play on the same team.
Yeah, I don't know. Surely English is the go-to at that point, because I imagine the Swedish... I mean, I know that Dominate and Quicks both speak English pretty well. And honestly, it is CS calls. It's not like super hard to figure out what people are saying. Like if I play with them, which I have a couple of times, and they're speaking Swedish, like more or less I can kind of figure out what's going on. Not ideal, obviously, but
true. Especially if you want to mix up strats or something, then it's not going to be particularly easy to follow. But as you say, calls are calls typically, so it shouldn't be too hard to understand one another.
I know Gefell truck is forklift on cash.
Gefell truck
in Swedish.
Damn, I learned something today.
There you go.
Cheers, mate. So, DenDD, second map, second pistol round. What can they get done here? Can they take it down? It's pretty much do or die in this pistol round for me. How are they going to approach this? So, utility picked up for Zenda. Are they going to have a raid boss? The answer looks to be no. So, they're going to have Glocks with plenty of grenades that would normally signify that A is going to be the play. They're going to get the smokes down onto CT and also jungle. And then just charge on in. So I think that's pretty much what we're going to see here, Joey. Let's see if this execute's going to work. They actually only have Dominate to contend against. It's a B stack from Publiclir, but they do have the utility and a defuse kit to retake onto A if needs be. So let's see if Dominate can get anything done. Yes, he can. First headshot lands. Another one would be sublime for him. And he's taking minimal damage as well. He's now going to get charged down from the Glocks, and that bomb it will be planted. How's the retake looking now for Publiclir? Headshot lands from HS. And the grenade does significant damage, down to 13. Goes Berg, he's the last remaining player, and that retake is perfection from Publiclir. Second pistol goes their way, and very comfortably so.
Yeah, exactly. Not much to say there. The shots land. The retake is successful. The one thing that is nice for DenDD, they don't have a lot of rounds to work with, but they'll earn a little bit more money there because of the bomb plant. And for everyone saying that my pronunciation of that sounded very German and not Swedish, that's probably because I can speak German and not Swedish.
Nice.
Well, could speak German anyway.
I'm trying to learn German, but I suck with
It's pretty easy.
I've heard it's quite easy for an English person to learn German.
The structure is very, very similar. 2 verbs makes things difficult, but you can get away with 1 verb in most sentences.
Here we go, force buying from DenDD, even though they got the bomb planted, I believe. Could be wrong on that, though. Yeah, they did get the bomb planted. It was defused, so it's maybe just realizing they're running out of rounds to do anything in. Oh my goodness, Sight runs straight through and picks up the kill as well. That was awkward.
Oh, an HS and sandwich handover. Face so blind. Allows Ridman a free kill. And now DenDD have completely cracked open the A's site. Everyone actually poised. Stairs, jungle, and connector for the retake. All coming from the same spot. Do they have any more nades to work with? They don't. And it wasn't enough to kill Berg, who's up behind Firebox, living on almost no HP. He even got tagged through the boards for 4 more damage. You see him light up red there for a second. Time is ticking away, though. Publiclir need to get aggressive and a Quick. Quicks is able to get in, but there's a Ridman with 2. And I think overall, did he got a 3K on the round? Yeah, so great job from him. And now it's falling onto Fates. Famas and a kit. He will tap the bomb. That'll force one player to peek. Quick reaction, but now I think has run out of time. Tries to stick it, and it's Zenda. Makes his presence known from Palace.
Saves the
Oh, snap!
You jammy bastard. That must have been like a millisecond away from detonating there.
Yeah. It's like mid-explosion. He just teleports out of the level.
You jammy, lucky person. But that's a big round for DenDD. I'm going to say they went for the force buy. Typically when you get that bomb planted, you wait for the AKs and the Galils, but that definitely caught Publiclir off guard, just charging straight through Palace. And now 4-player stack on B from Publiclir. And Maxi looking to put down the law on the A side, but I mean, DenDD playing this one smart. They're just playing slow, just waiting for the aggression from the CTs.
Man, bomb is way back. DenDD trying to find some picks. Robin's got into a great spot already, so early mid control has gone a long way, but they still haven't sniffed out the stack. And they actually don't have any recon players with those submachine guns to do so, so it could get a bit hairy as they are still. Look at that on with XR on. That looks so funny. It's like, no, it's like a horror movie. It's a trap. Don't open the door. Don't go in there. And now they're going to start to realize, I think. Going to check everything, and yeah, no one having gone down yet. Robin's taking some damage. Fates is still hiding out. He's like, all right. He will be patient, and he will come away with the kill. But only the one.
Yeah, just one player drops as well from DenDD, so a pretty fine round as far as I'm concerned. Publiclir can go for the buy, but HS only on $3,000. So what's the state of play here? Does he want to go for like a Mag 7 and play close, or maybe a 5-7? It's going to be Mag 7, okay. So like play close on B site, you'd imagine most Mag 7 players will take that into B, but actually he's going to go on A with this one. So let's see if he goes into Palace or not.
Yeah, we're on Portrait under
hold him
it.
close. Okay.
Sandwich?
I mean, it's a fine weapon, but Sandwich, I personally don't like this position with the Mag 7.
It's a bit odd. Because like, if they happen to cross far, you can't do anything about it.
Exactly. And most T sides are either going to nade that or they're going to check Sandwich, and then it's going to be kind of medium range. But if the frags start to land around him, they may just be pressured into rushing onto the site and may not check it. So that could be a bit of a poor decision from DenDD to go pushing through connector when you know there's probably going to be an AWP in the hands of Maxi.
Oh, Ridman's going to get a kill here from middle. Fates was up on the double box on Catwalk. Shot wasn't spotted, but still decided to give up the position. I think even though, you know, his presence on Cat is known, they're not going to expect him there in the box, but he falls back because at that point it was 5-on-4, so why risk the 5-on-4 advantage? He backs off, but as soon as he does, then people charge right up connector, the spot that he was in charge of watching, and get some kills over on the A site. So now it's DenDD that have taken over with the man advantage, 4-on-3, and it looks like they're going to try to sell the fake here. That'll be Zenda tossing over a smoke and nade, and he's not even going to commit, so not that big of a fake, but it does slowly start to rotate them out here, and Quicks is actually peeking off of the end of Catwalk, so no one defending on the B site, but they took long enough. I mean, how are you going to throw a smoke at A and then still take 40 minutes to get to B?
And now charging him with 15 seconds, this is so dangerous. And that's exactly why Fates will punish. Pounce on this one. He get traded out 7 seconds.
That's
Big
game.
Shot from HS. That is it. That is round done. Staying hold on to the op. Yes, he can. Big kill at the death there. But that's the reason why pushing with 15 seconds to go is always got a potential of backfiring on you. What I will say, though, is look at the economy from Publiclir. They're not in great shape themselves here, Helium. They'll be fine, but this isn't great.
Let's see. How expensive?
MP9.
Yeah, they only had one person survive in that last round, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the MP9 comes out as perhaps they're trying to read that economy, but it's DenDD that are, like, honestly, pretty well off.
Well, way better in terms of weaponry in this round, yeah, absolutely. They don't have an AWP, sure, but full AKs as opposed to a FAMAS and an MP9. And very few grenades as well for Publiclir.
Man, how are they playing A? It seems to be, what is that, one-man aggressive. That's at MP9 and A ramp. It'll be HS watching from further back inside of jungle. He'll try to pop flash his teammate in. And you can see there an op. That's Maxi posted up in the connector. Looks like Benji's going to make his presence felt over at middle, and then everyone else on DenDD is going to start to execute here onto the A site. It'll be a very, very telegraphed take. Quicks actually looks like he even dinked. Maybe that was a team fire dink because there wasn't a lot of damage that came out after it. And here's HS, pushes through that smoke. Nicely done, and then on the retreat, Benji not able to bring that frag home. That would have made it a 1 versus 1 and very, very possible at that point with how much time is on the clock. Now we'll have to burn a little bit more as he's going to go on the hunt, try to look around, even this up into a 1 versus 1, or perhaps just slide over to be unnoticed. I think going through this vent is maybe a mistake. Oh my god, the timing, and he's not even going to shoot.
So smart.
And he's seeing that person running into A. He probably thinks that's the B rotator going over to stack. So even though he hasn't cleared out B, I don't know if he'll bother. He might think it's clear. Which, of course, it is.
Thing is, so he's taking quite a long time to get his spawn planted now. So now Publiclir know it. Which means that they're going to be back in pretty quickly. Together, though. They're pushing through together. The idea is to get the return frag as soon as Benji gets the first kill. The thing is, if they line up for Benji and they don't check this spot, Benji could pull this one off. And there we go, like lambs to the slaughter. The second player made noise as well, so he knows that Fates is over there. Steps have been made. Fates has given his position away. He's out in the open, but no, Benji misses the spray. Everything went his way. That should be a DenDD round. Instead, Publiclir now have a 14-6 lead.
Dang, I think he should have won that one.
Definitely should, yeah.
But it did seem like Fates tapped that bomb and then just like exploded backwards for that repeak. That's crazy.
Everything went his way in that 2v1. They both went the same place. He got the timing on the first player in that 2v1. But then Fates, man. Just lost one of his 9 lives. DenDD with a force. XM in the hands of HS.
Yep.
Not a weapon you see too much.
No,
Especially
it's
not Mirage.
And still one of the more expensive shotguns too, right? $2,200.
Yep.
I don't know what the money was like for HS. I mean, the last couple rounds had still been very costly for Publiclir, so the money isn't great, but now it's not good for DenDD either. But they have found the first kill regardless. Zenda with the Galil will give that to them. HS, though, could still cause a lot of damage. And look at Maxi pushing through, finds the bomb. Can he fall back from this position? Spots Zenda, who's low, and now will pull out the knife to run, but it's Berg who closes the distance and will bring him down with the Tech 9, so now 3-on-3. HS going through and trying to make a play with his Tech 9. Not really sure why. Now the bomb's going back to A, and no one is there.
Fates, if he keeps moving slowly around the back of the T-spawn, he really could be in the thick of the action. Instead, I think he's playing more of a passive role. He's just watching for the mid-rotation, which is fine. It's fair enough. Dominate on the A side with him. Just the UMP spots the heads of the players. That call's going to come across, and now Fates is going to get a shift through T-spawn. He's making up ground quickly here. He doesn't want to give his position away, so he's going to start to walk now. Now Dominate has to try and fend off this initial charge. The spray's not on point. Robin survives with 13 HP, and now it's down to Fates. He must know Robin's in sandwich after he hasn't spotted him in Tetris or on ramp. Spots Zenda. Just peeks around the corner. Doesn't want to give his position away until he's got a sure kill. A check down. Robin will be the first player to fall. Oh! Robin spanks him. Oh, that's so unfortunate. You could see he was trying to play the mind games. He was trying to catch as many CTs as possible. But instead, wrecked.
Yeah, you can't really blame him for that. He's trying to take an unwinnable situation. He spotted one at Firebox. He goes over, spots one at Sandwich. He can kind of start thinking, like, all right, this guy's either in Palace or in the Shadow. So if I kill that person first, then I know where the last two are. But Robin, you know, Spidey senses tingling, happens to look over. And, well, now he looks silly, even though he was doing the right thing 100%.
Yeah, he was trying to spot as many players as possible so that when he shoots the first couple bullets, he knows where they're going to be peeking him from. But Robin just, you could feel it, man. Could feel it in the gust. Here we go. Publiclir now on a force of their own. So, yeah, 7-round advantage is fantastic, but Publicler's lead could be cut down significantly if they were to lose this round, which they should do, really, on paper. The double stack completely catches Berg unaware, spins to his left-hand side. It's Publicler who've got the first 2 kills in this round. Somehow. Surely not DenDD. Surely not Maxi, Rex, Sipe. How is this even happening? DenDD.
Oh,
You
man.
can't lose this round, surely. And now Quicks comes in. It's all on Robin. He was the hero on Cash, but he's been quiet so far on Mirage.
That's insane. So you say on paper they should lose the round, but I ask you, what good is paper in the digital age? Counter-Strike's played on computers.
True that. How many times have we had those situations as well? We're like, this team should win. And
Too
then they just
many.
get wrecked.
Well, obviously we're just silver casters and we don't know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, man. The force up with like a scout and CZ should always be AKs.
Mm-hmm.
Kappa. No Kappa.
Although I will say, unfortunate. The scouting like potential on Publiclir is pretty scary. Both Quicks and I think was it HS or Fates like have been hitting some pretty crazy scout shots. There was that one round on Cash as well when they were trying to go into B. And remember it started off at A main with Quicks hitting the jump scout. And then another kill that happened at mid and they took the bomb B, then all the scouts tagged them and they just went in with pistols. That was pretty sick. But hey, match point, right? I ain't complaining. Good job,
Benji,
Publiclir.
PP Bison, huh? Okay.
64 bullets.
64
64
bullets.
bits, 64 bullets.
Like shooting mosquitoes.
64
at a
tick rate.
windshield. Half-Life 3 confirmed?
I think so.
If that Bison gets any kills this round, I would be amazed. I'm not going to say I'm going to eat something because it will probably happen and I'll have to eat like my hat or something like
I'm
that.
gonna eat food.
Yeah, I'm going to eat food if he gets to kill the Bison. Please, do it. Well, so far, DenDD have the advantage in the round. But Fates may have something to say about that. The Bison is still in play. The Tech 9 is as well,
Of course
however.
he has his Tech 9.
He buys a Bison and then is like, yeah, I'll switch to a Tech 9. Then switches to the M4 and that's what gets him caught off and he gets picked off. Berg. 1v2. Come on, sir. Do it. Do it for DenDD. Fates is peering his location and here comes Quicks. And the P90, the noob cannon, will round up map 2 very nicely. A neat little ribbon as far as Publiclir are concerned. They are going to take us to Inferno.
Yeah, 16-7 there is pretty dominant. Map 3 Inferno, like you said, coming up next. But, well, we'll take a quick look at the scores there. See who had the big standout performances. Looking at it, Maxi, that's the law, 24 and 15, so he did a fantastic job. HS 21 kills, Fates with 22. Really everyone doing a great job. Dominate though, he's one of the players that can make the bigger plays and I think had some of the better stats even for this team. So surprised to see him down there at the bottom of the scoreboard at 10 and 17, but that's why you have teammates. So when you're down, they can pick you up and carry you to ultimately a pretty decisive victory, 16-7. And well, what was working there? Robin, I guess, still fairly quiet game. Did have the best KD, but kills aren't really all that is important when you're losing, especially. And with that, unless you've got anything to add, I think we'll take a break before Inferno comes up.